Hello there, and welcome to another Genshin video, because I'm not sure how I would call this. It's not really a reaction. Well, it's kind of a reaction. So, the drip marketing for the 4.4 characters came out. I was honestly expecting this sometime on Wednesday, maybe Thursday, but it came out a day ago. And people have already started memeing on it, and I've memed on it in the title of the video as well, but don't worry. It's actually kind of an interesting name for Mr. Gaming. Okay, I'm sorry, I just cannot keep a straight face because of that, but let's first begin with John Yoon. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. And, Cloud Retainer, am I right? So Cloud Retainer is coming out, which I'm honestly both kind of surprised and not surprised at the same time. Not surprised because I've known about the leaks, because I do follow character leaks, because I do like those, because it lets me know what is coming up and what I want to pull for. So yeah. But that's the only type of leak I really follow. But yeah, now it's official that she's coming out in 4.4. It makes sense because it's the Lantern Rite patch, and we have her design, which I gotta say, looks really good. And I feel like it might be slightly different than what we've seen before. Actually, no. At least the top side, the top part. From the waist up seems to be the same. I don't think we've had a look at her from the waist down, but yeah, in the cutscene we did see her her top part. But yeah, design wise, I really like it. It's really soothing. Though it's interesting how both her pupils are cryo, but she's actually an Anemo user. Huh. Design-wise, again, Anemo, yeah, it yells Anemo, but we do have characters like, for example, Kazuha, who has a red color scheme, and you think, oh, he would be Pyro, but then he's Anemo. So she could have been Pyro while looking like an Anemo character. Why Pyro? Mainly because a lot of her inventions, especially now, seem to do with cooking, especially the one in this little story that Genshin put out, which talks about her making what was it? An exquisite mini broth pot. But yeah, it seems like she followed, and also it seems like she followed in Zhongli's footsteps and actually went incognito in Liyue, which is interesting for her, especially that she describes herself as inarticulate, reserved, and unyieldingly proud. So you think that she wouldn't really fit that well in Liyue, in an open city. You would feel that she would much rather spend her time still in her abode, as she's more introverted. But then again, when you talk about Cloud's Retainer to her, she does start a torrent of praise. Who doesn't know Cloud Retainer? Noble, brave, loyal, and wise. Like, come on. At that point, it's obvious. Then it's interesting to see that the way that people talk about her. So the Wangsheng funeral parlor says that we're not... oh, the consultant. So this is Zhongli. We're not well acquainted, but going by her name, she sounds like a good person. Of course, Zhongli would say that. He doesn't want to give up the fact that she's an Adeptus. Then Madame Ping also says something like she's a good person. Once you know her, you know, etc. Then Ganyu's like, yeah, she's a heroine, a very discreet one. And then Shenhe says, like, she's a master, don't offend her. Which is really interesting. But yeah, the people of Liyue Harbor say that she's a heroine because of her mannerism that are a lot more refined, a lot more different than a normal person. Which seemingly include just not caring about anyone around her and working on that exquisite mini broth pot. To be fair, I'm really curious what her abilities will be like. I have no real way to really theorize off of them. Because if she was Cryo, maybe you could say that she would have something very similar to Ganyu and Shenhe's abilities, though then again Shenhe's abilities also include Exorcism. So who knows? And since she's Anemo, I'm not entirely sure. I'm honestly curious to see what kind of character she's going to be. Is she going to be another crowd controller? Maybe she's going to be a DPS. But then again, we did get Wanderer, so... And we already have a DPS from Liyue. I'm also curious about her weapon. She does look a bit like a pole arm to me for some reason, but we'll see, because we're gonna get more info as we get closer to the 4.4 trailer, which is still like 5 weeks away, but yeah, that's besides the point. And then we have Mr. Gaming. I really like his design. He is Pyro, so once again we have the design screams the element, which is something that of course you want to do because you want to make characters recognizable. But then again, I do like it also when they do a different sort of aesthetic versus what the character really is. Like, you see he has also some greens in there, but then again, that's most likely because of the more Jade influence. Sword and Strongbox Transport Guard. I forgot to look at Cloud Retainers. New resident in Liyue Harbor, Passerine Herald. And then Gaming is Leonine Vanguard. So from what I see in this little blurb about him, is a guard. He's actually a guard that works with works at the wharf. Escorting goods from Yilong Wharf to Liyue Harbor and stuff like that. But and I really like this, and I think we might actually see our first like what was it, like the Chinese New Year lion dance. I think that's what it is, because you can see on his vision that he has a little lion head, and there's also the whole thing with the Wushu dance. Actually, is that how it's actually called? Well, all I can find is that Wushu is a type of Chinese martial arts, but maybe it combines both lion dance with martial arts, which could be cool. Maybe he's another character that like punches people. I would like more of those. I really like Heijo and Risley. But it does say about the Wushu dance, like putting on a mask, shakes his head, and blinks like a walking beast. This gives me vibes of like him using one of those lion dance masks and then doing the dance itself. People applaud and everything. He thanks for them the support. And then I didn't get this one. Thank you for your support, everyone. And remember, if someone you know is thinking of booking a Wushu dance, don't forget to recommend the Mighty Mythical Beast. And more often than not, he receives nothing but applause in return. Yeah, so he tries to advertise himself, but people are just like applauding him and everything. He laughs it off, saying that the audience's attention is all recognition. Huh. And then he returns to being a guard at the wharf. Yeah, there's not as much really with this character. I don't even know if other current characters even reference him. Maybe he's gonna get some lines to reference him now in 4.3. Because there's still like another version before we even get Gaming and Cloud Retainer. So that's that. Again, design, I really love it. Story-wise, I can't really say much. He does give me sword vibes for some reason. I'll say he's gonna be a sword user. But then again, if he's a sword user, he might not use his punches. Anyway. And I will actually go ahead and say that it's possible that we'll get maybe some form of lion dance ability. Maybe his burst does something like what the Linny does. And the Gaming transforms into like a lion dance. Or at least he puts on the mask and does some attacks while wearing it. That would be a cool reference, not gonna lie. And we all know that Hoyoverse really likes their the Chinese cultural representation. We have Yunjin, so I wouldn't be too surprised if Gaming has a lot more of that. Not that I blame them. But yeah, that's about it. We took a look at Gaming and Cloud Retainer, or, well, Zhan, as she will be known in Liyue Harbor. It's cool that we actually get a name for her. Huh. Then again, it's just like Zhongli, it's just a name that she uses in order to pass as a human. But yeah, I want to thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed the content, why not leave a like, comment, or subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.